My daughter went missing during school lunch, and when I found her, I was even more heartbroken. My daughter Kaylee has been a ball of lovable sunshine since the day she was born. The kind of girl who had the bullies and the weaker kids jump roping together back in kindergarten. The only person who's never liked her has been my wife, Perry. She came into my life when Kaylee was 4. She's never been outright mean or hurtful. That would have been an instant dump. But she has been standoffish and made comments about how she wishes we could spend more time together when Kaylee and I went on our daddy-daughter dates. 2 weeks ago, my phone rang while I was working from home. It was Kaylee's school. "Sir, Kaylee didn't return from lunch. We've searched the building and we can't find her." My heart stopped. I grabbed my keys and ran out to my car. I called Perry, who was upstairs showering. "The school says Kaylee is missing. I'm driving down there right now. I can't wait for you. Get an Uber and meet me there as soon as possible." She sounded panicked and said she'd leave immediately. I started driving, and just my luck, I got stuck in lunch hour traffic. So much traffic that both my wife and I got to the school at the same time. I was sweaty and panicking when the principal met us at the front office. "Kaylee was in the cafeteria at noon." His voice was shaking. "She walked toward the bathroom, then never came back. That was an hour ago." Perry grabbed my hand as I dropped to my knees. We checked the security cameras. The footage was grainy, but just like the principal said, we saw Kaylee leaving the cafeteria alone and walking toward the back hallway. After that, the cameras didn't show where she went. She just disappeared. We called the police. They came within 20 minutes. An officer took down all of Kaylee's information: height, weight, what she was wearing. The first 48 hours are the most important. After that, your chances are low. Those words made my stomach drop. I started calling everyone. Kaylee's friend's parents, her teacher from last year. Nobody had seen her or knew anything. Perry was making a list of places we should check. We drove around the neighborhood for hours. We checked the playground 3 blocks away, walked up and down every street calling her name. The sun started setting. Perry kept saying, "We'll find her." That night I couldn't sleep. I sat at the kitchen table staring at my phone. Perry sat across from me, just as lost. Day 2. We printed 500 missing person flyers. Perry drove while I posted them on every pole and every store window. I spent the entire next day on missing children forums. Every time my phone buzzed, I thought it was news about Kaylee, but it was just people sharing the flyer, no real information. Day 4. The police suggested we call Kaylee's biological mother, who was imprisoned in another state. Perry made the call because I couldn't get the words out. I haven't heard from Kaylee, and honestly, I don't care that she's missing. Her bio mom hung up. I cried for the first time in front of Perry after that. She held me. We organized volunteers to search the woods near our house that night. Day 5. I stopped leaving Kaylee's bedroom, just sat on her bed holding her stuffed bear. A news station wanted to interview us. Perry and I sat on camera together and begged for anyone with information to come forward. Day 6. I couldn't function anymore. Couldn't eat. Just stared at the wall and listened to Perry talk about the potential of a closed casket funeral. Then day 7 happened. An anonymous tip came into the police. Someone mentioned passing by and seeing a girl matching Kaylee's description through a window. The address the person gave was Perry's sister Linda's address across town. When I told her, Perry looked as confused but also as hopeful as me. We drove there immediately. Linda opened the door and saw us. Her face went white. She tried to close the door, but I pushed through. I heard muffled crying from upstairs. I ran up the steps. Perry and Linda were right behind me, arguing incoherently. The crying was coming from behind a locked bedroom door. I started kicking it. Linda tried to grab me to stop, but Perry pried her away. I managed to blast it open. There I saw her. Kaylee was tied to the bed, gagged with a scarf, ropes around her wrists, her ankle zip-tied to the bedpost. She'd been there for the last 168 hours. I ran over to Kaylee and started untying the ropes. That's when Linda started screaming at Perry. "I told you this was insane." She turned to me. "Perry made me do this. She forced me." Perry instantly screamed back at her. "I didn't force you to do anything. You're a psychopath." Linda yelled louder. "You said if I didn't keep her here, you would tell everyone about—" "Shut up!" Perry cut her off. I couldn't move. Both sisters looked at me. "She's lying." They pointed at each other in unison. I pulled out my phone to call the cops. One of them went pale. The other just flashed a creepy smile. Full story on channel linked below.